All right. Happy Thursday, everybody. Ruth and Trish here to see you. We're so excited to be here. And I have a great topic for you today. And, we've had a lot of cool things going on. Wouldn't you agree, Ruth? A lot of new things put into place this week.
It's been a really exciting week. And we've got really cool stuff for you guys next week that we'll announce at the end. I think you're going to love it.
Yeah, so you're definitely going to want to stay till the end. And before we get going, if you guys are watching us for the first time on StreamYard here, or if you haven't clicked on the StreamYard link yet, please do, because otherwise we can't see, at least I can't see here in my comments for StreamYard who it is. I know Patty on, I got Donald on, I've got Karen on, I have someone that just said hello that I can't see on this side.
We have Whitney on it. It's Whitney. Hi, Whitney.
Whitney. All right. Thanks for joining us, Whitney. All right. Well, perfect. Well, we are going to dive right in. So give me just a second here to do a screen share, and I'm going to play here and see which way this looks better. I guess it's kind of like that. All right. So bear with me one second, guys, while I share the stream. But first of all, happy Thursday. And obviously, if you are joining us live, drop in where you're joining from if you haven't already. And drop us a live, too, so that we know that you are on here with us. And all right. Let me just go ahead.
I love today's topic, Trish, because today's topic is what was game changer in our business. We used to do network marketing for a lot of years, old school, and then we brought our businesses online and we did all that spammy stuff, and that didn't work very well. So what we're talking about today was game changer for our team. In the last 10 days, we enrolled, 31 people? So it's a game changer, guys. Super important that you really watch this training and start applying these concepts to your own business.
Yeah, for sure. Because, it was one of these things that, we didn't want to go back. We want to make sure we had everything in place this time and to really run. And so we are so excited to share with you, what has worked, what is working, all that great stuff. So today, what we're going to be talking about is how to recruit motivated team members into your team. Okay. And guys, if you have ever felt like you're dragging your team members along, convincing people to come into your team, these things, drop us a thumbs up so that we can kind of know who you're at, if you can relate to this. All right, because we're going to teach you, we too, and we're going to show you how you can change that today.
So it must be so easy for them to find prospects and recruit. Have you ever felt this way when you look at the network marketing leaders in your company, that you thought, oh my gosh, it must be so easy for them? And you know what, Trish, I remember back in my very, very early network marketing days, there was a top leader on stage. I really admired her. In fact, I wanted to be just like her. And she did this little special workshop because we broke off into groups, and I went to her workshop. I was all eager. And she stood up there and she said she had 20 appointments a day to talk to people. And I was like floored. I was like, where do you find these people? How do I find 20 people a day to fill up my calendar? I was having a hard time finding 20 people a month.
Yeah. And I've been there before too. I always wondered, how do these people do it? Mm-hmm. And but the good news is we can teach you how to do it because we have learned how to. So the truth is, guys, it really is easy if you've got the right way to do it.
So as you can see here, we've had some network marketing success. We've run trips, we've crossed stages. Trish was just at an amazing leadership conference that she was invited to be, be in the top 50 in her company. Some really good success. A lot of it came from old school, but a lot of it's coming from social media now that we use with attraction marketing.
Yeah, because one of the things, oops, guys, my slides stopped working here. Hold on one second. Not sure what's happening. Okay, bear with me, guys. Well, one of
Pop in and say hi to everyone. Inga, hi, how are you? Dale, Karen, Jennifer, Mara, Judy, thanks for joining in, guys.
All right. So I guess going to have to change up how we're doing it here. But, guys, what I want to share with you is, a lot of the success that I had, within my company when I first got started did come from old school because that's what I knew, right? I had been building that way. That's what I knew. I did have online experience as well where I had met a lot of people. And so I really, in the beginning, kind of merged the two together. But what I found was that I got to a place where I couldn't get past it, right? I would stay there and I'd slide back and I'd get back up there and I'd slide back. And it was this never ending like roller coaster. And that's when I really, turned and learned a net new skill set so that I could know how to build the right way. And because what I knew was I just had to find the right people. And if I could find the right people, then we knew how to get them in the business and get them working. But we also had to have a system where they could find people and duplicate as well. And that was always that missing piece I know for myself and for Ruth. And that's not the case anymore.
Okay, so guys, we enjoy now the same prospecting and recruiting advantage that your company leaders enjoy. Just like that leader I told you about who was up there talking about how she had 20 appointments a day. We build know, like, and trust. We already have success, so we've got tons of credibility. And we also have a reputation because we've helped over 3,000 struggling entrepreneurs find their own success. But the key is we didn't always have this story and we were still able to get started.
Exactly. So if you're feeling, like right now that you can't get started because of where you're at, that's the case, guys. You can. And we're going to show you how to do that. And I see here too, we've got so many people hopped on. We've got Helena, Nicole, Lynn, Inga, Velda, Marlo, Dale. We've got so many people on here, guys. Thanks so much. Edsel just joined in too. So glad that you are here with us today. So here's the thing, guys. What we did is we created basically this prospecting and recruiting advantage long before we were ever successful. And we are, oops, sorry, guys. In fact, our first years, like we talked about before, a lot of these things didn't really do a lot for our credibility. And our friends and family did not join our businesses with us. And many of them laughed at us. They blocked us on Facebook. I heard a quote the other day, and I can't remember exactly how it goes, but basically, I think it was like called the NFL or something like, I don't know, something always losing friends or never fight. I can't remember, but basically that was us.
No Friends Left Club. That was
No Friends Left Club. Have you guys, if you are part of the NFL, the No Friends Left Club, drop us an NFL below because that's how I felt. Like even when I would go to meet my, people who I'd been working out with and doing runs with, like people were treating me weird. They're like, your posts are weird. And they started unfollowing all my stuff. And then I started to get like annoyed because I'm like, how come how can they not even like a post I do anymore? Like just be a supportive friend. So it's just kind of crazy when you look back to all of that. But we have been able to change that. And we're going to share with you everything about that today.
So now let's just turn back the clocks a little bit because I know you're probably thinking, how do I do this if I haven't had success yet? And I certainly felt that way in the beginning. If we turn back the clocks, when we started, we had a bit of credibility. We had a little bit of success. We're both CPAs. We had success in our other careers. So Trish was running a very successful accounting practice. I'm a CPA and I was running a high-tech company, a mid-sized tech company for a while. So we had credibility from our professional careers. But that didn't take us too far.
Not far enough anyway. All right. So in our first year, guys, we made a list mainly of our friends and family. We approached everyone in our warm market. And guys, not like one time, but like 100 times, right? Like we became those annoying people to the point that I seriously had a couple of people who flat out said, please ever call me about this again. And unfortunately, that really put a strain on our friendship. And I hate that because these were people who I really, was close with. But we prospected strangers in public. Like seriously, guys, the mall, the grocery store, it didn't matter. It was kind of like a joke. Like I could go anywhere and leave with names. It didn't matter. And yeah, I got good at it, but I still didn't enjoy it. Like it wasn't fun, right? And it definitely wasn't dateable. Because let me ask you, how many of you want to go out and talk to strangers in the public? I'm going to guess nobody. And if that's you guys, if you're like, there's no way doing that, then drop us a 2. Okay. Below, just drop me a 2. But also right now, that's not even relevant. We can't even do that. If that was our way of finding people, you can't even do it right now. So there's never a better time to learn what we're going to teach you today. Both Ruth and I hosted, home meetings and hotel meetings, did one-on-one coffee meetings. Guys, I would line up a Saturday at a Starbucks starting at like 8 a.m. and have appointments scheduled every half hour for like the entire day. It was crazy. Now I found people and I recruited people, but first of all, who wants to hang out in Starbucks all day? And second of all, it was time away from my family, and there was all those shows in there too. So then I would have an hour by myself, right? And it again, not duplicatable, not time efficient, just really not the way you want to be building that business. And the thing was, I was finding some of those leads online and setting up but these people knew nothing about me, and I was finding them in buy-sell trade groups. So let's go. How high quality do you really think they were, right? And we did hundreds of 3-way calls. Now, I am here to say the 3-way call thing, I'm not going to really throw that out the window because we do calls, right? So instead of necessarily doing the 3-way phone call, still getting someone on with someone in your upline can be very beneficial. And there are a lot of benefits to doing that. We do it differently today. So it's not just those, 3-way calls, the traditional we used to do it.
So Trish, you brought back a really funny memory because I used to do the same thing. I would line meetings up back to back at a Starbucks. And by the end of the day, I would come out so jacked on caffeine that I couldn't sleep for days. It was just insane. And half the time I'd come out of there with no new customers, no new recruits.
Yeah, so frustrating. Guys, if you have spent your day in a Starbucks or anywhere really doing these meetups, just drop us a meetup below if you have done this. But even worse, guys, together we really spent way more than we're making in the business. And I can tell you, the company I'm currently in, I had tons of success coming out of the gate and really was making great money. But I also reinvested a lot of it going back to get trained the right way and doing the right things. But prior to that, for sure, I was always spending more than I was making. And, never really getting ahead where you could really, at the end of the year, have a positive line or one that was even worth reporting, right? That really helped you in some way.
And by the end, we really realized that bottom line, what we were doing wasn't working. I remember having a real conversation with myself one day thinking, I'm doing everything. Like, it's not like I was holding back. It wasn't like I was afraid to talk to people. I was literally going miles beyond what most people would have done and still not getting the results I should have been given based on my activities. So there came the day when I said, I have to either quit or find a better way to find the right people, because all the people I'm talking to are all the wrong people.
Yeah, and that's exactly where I was at too. And I think Ruth and I both had that same aha moment because, what we knew was we loved the industry. That was never a question. We didn't want to be in corporate America, right? But if we were going to do this, we had to do it in a way that it was actually going to be worth it for us. And, we were actually going to get paid and actually be able to keep the money that we were making so that, it made sense. And so guys, I see lots of meetups in here too, guys. But if you ever felt this way, if this is where you've been, where you haven't been able to find those right people, drop me a me too below.
So we decided to figure out, first of all, where the people were, and discovered that all the people are on social media. So social media gave us an opportunity, if we learned the skills to do it right, to truly build our businesses from home and not do all that running around. So Facebook, it's got 2.5 billion monthly active users. Do you think there aren't some good prospects in there? Facebook Messenger, 1.3 billion people use Messenger every single month. That's huge. That's a huge connection tool. And Instagram, there's 1 billion monthly active users already. And then you've got even other platforms like LinkedIn, Pinterest. There's tons of them. People are even using TikTok for prospecting now, which is crazy.
It is crazy, because all I know about TikTok are the videos my kids send me. They're not prospecting videos, but they do make me laugh. So, guys, and now what we want to share with you is, how you can create your own prospecting and recruiting advantage, so that you can be attracting that endless flow of quality prospects, who are interested in joining your business or buying your products, right? I mean, I can't even tell you how many people, prior to this who, I brought into the business that literally went into what I like to call the witness protection program. They would sign up and you're all excited. You're like, oh, I got this excited person. And then you go to have that next conversation with them and they were gone, like literally gone. And you're like, how is that even possible? So what we have now done is we have created our own prospecting advantage, where we do have that endless flow of quality people all the time. And that's exactly what we want to share with you. Because if you don't have that, this business is just impossible to build.
So what's your current situation? So you may be building traditionally. You may be making your list of friends and family, attending coffee meetings, hosting home parties, attending hotel meetings, and prospecting strangers. Your friends and family might not want to hear it anymore. Very few people might be buying your products, and even fewer people probably want to join. You're spending way too much time away from home for a home-based business, and you feel like prospecting strangers is totally weird. It was weird for me.
It's so weird. I used to have to pep myself up. Had a song I would play in my car and have to sing it sometimes, 3, 4, 5 times before I could get up the nerve, to go in there. And it didn't even matter how many times you did it. It just isn't fun or comfortable. So totally, gosh, don't miss that at all. And Velda, I need people to talk to, and lots of Me Too's in here.
Yep.
So, and we figure, because, when Ruth and I do coaching calls, this is the stuff that we're hearing from people all the time. And people want this so badly. It's just knowing how to actually make it happen. So guys, you're building on social media. Maybe this is you right now, where you're posting pics of your products, hoping someone will buy. We're going to call you, that's also known as the spammer. Okay? Don't be the spammer. And a lot of times we like to call it spammy bammy. But you don't want to be that person, because it is going to get you unfriended. It's going to get you shut down on Facebook, to be honest. And I used to joke about being in Facebook jail, and I hear people say they get put in Facebook jail, but Facebook is cracking down because it's actually against their rules that you're supposed to do. And they are literally shutting people's accounts down, where you're not getting back on your account, period. And you may be asking people, oh gosh, I did this all the time. I'm looking for 5 more people to join my team, and then however else that goes on. I used to post that in hundreds of groups a day, like no joke. If you're friending strangers you don't know, so you can have prospects on your friends list to spam some more. Nothing irritates, and this still happens. I will have somebody give me a request. I'll check them out a little bit. I see we've got friends in common. So I'm like, all right, I'll accept them. Maybe I can help them in some way. And I kid you not, it's like they're just waiting for you to accept. Because as soon as you do, bam, you've got a message in your messenger from them with them trying to recruit you. And I'm like, seriously. But these new friends, they don't interact and, often block you because your posts are looking spammy. But that's what I'm finding too is people, this is how they're still doing it. And guys, because we teach this, it's just like, I get it because I was there, but I hate when people are still doing this because I'm like, guys, this is 2020. Like there is a new way. Let's get you updated with what you're doing.
And Mara says 3 spots left. And
yeah.
it's so funny, Mara. Like that, I have 3 spots left, or I'm looking for 5 more people. That was like my desperation move at the end of the week. Like if I hadn't recruited anyone or gotten any customers by the end of the week, I was like desperate. And I go, oh, maybe if I just post this, someone's going to reach out. And it never worked, ever, not once.
No, not at all.
A desperation thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. So guys, now, if you have tried using social media, using curiosity the right way, sometimes results can be slow, but you can get some results. You may be noticing that your posts aren't being seen because of the Facebook algorithms and people's appetites these days. So if you see your engagement for those types of posts has gone down, it could be because of some of the algorithm changes that have happened over this past year, or, people just are getting tired of it. If you find that no one is asking for more info anymore when you post curiosity posts, maybe they've seen those posts too often and they're not doing it, or you're just tired of the way social media is working without results right now. So you may be trying some stuff. This might be you might be testing some things out and still not having the results you're looking for.
So guys, if that is you, because I do feel that more and more this is where we're starting to be with people. And then if this is you, just drop us a me so we can kind of see where you're with us, with everything. Okay. Yeah, I love this. When will this ever work, right? Because you keep doing, all right, if I keep doing the right activities long enough, the results will come. That is a very valid statement. But a lot of times it's a matter of, are you doing the right activities, right? And I remember being a person. I mean, I remember this, working so hard. How is it going to happen? And that's obviously what we're going to share with you.
Mm-hmm. So in each of these 3 strategies, you find yourself without quality prospects, or perhaps with no prospects at all, right? Just a lot of kind of endless conversations with people that really don't go anywhere. You're making maybe a little money, perhaps maybe you're even going in the hole, hopefully not. You feel like you're no closer to financial freedom or to that goal that you had set when you first started. And you're no closer to time freedom because literally you're spending all your free time having these endless conversations that don't go anywhere.
Yeah.
So
I remember.
Drop us a number 1 if you've ever felt like any one of these things.
Yeah. And I remember, Ruth, when I was doing a lot of these things and I was always posting in groups and I was, just doing so many things. It's like you're waiting for someone to respond. And I remember the day when my kids were just like, Mom, get off your phone. And then I felt horrible.
Yeah.
Right. Because it's not like I was on my phone, like talking to people. I was just on my phone because that's where I was doing business.
Yeah.
And, but the thing is that I wasn't separating my home time from my business time at all. Like if I was in my office working on my computer, nobody questioned me. But because, 24/7, I had this little thing in my hand and I was constantly to it, there was no separation. And I just remember that was kind of my big wake up call. Like, okay, I really have to learn some good skills here.
Mm-hmm.
So you're no closer, where you're nowhere close to quitting your job, right? And that's all that you want to do.
That was me.
And you have to felt that, right? Because it's there. And guys, if this is you, drop us a 2, right? Because you want nothing more than to be at home, running your own business, maybe being there for your kids. Maybe it's just out enjoying life a little bit. Like, you're willing to work. It's not that you're not willing to work. You just want a little more time freedom. Now more than ever, like, people are home because of this whole COVID. And I know a lot of people who I talk to are like, I got to get this business to work while I'm home because I don't want to go back. I don't want to go back. So guys, if this is you, drop us a 2.
Now we've got Rachel dropping a 2, Velda. Yeah, that was totally me. I wanted out of my job. I had a great job. It was killing me though. The stress was killing me, the commute, the pressure. I wanted out. Whitney says, I love my job, but currently unemployed. Yeah, there's a lot of people out like that as well out there.
Yeah. And you know what, Whitney, I agree with you. It may not be that you hate your job, right? But just having some time freedom, like, I loved all my clients. Like, when I had my accounting business, I truly loved my clients. Like, that was a highlight of my week, seeing each one of them as I went there. But it was all the other stuff that went with it. It was the commute time. It was the, scheduling my vacations around other people's payroll. It was, all those other things that still affected my family that I didn't want that. Like, I wanted to say when I was going to do something and not somebody else say it.
So for those of you already making 6 figures, first of all, congratulations. You are the top 1% of network marketing. So if you're here joining us and you're currently making 6 figures, congratulations.
Yeah, absolutely. But here's the thing about making 6 figures is it's very possible that you really have very little free time, right? You're likely still recruiting to backfill all the people who are leaving. So it's like you have this revolving door, 20 in, 20 out, 20 in, 20 out. Because if you don't have a good way to leverage a system and be able to have a good system to put people in, that's what happens in this business. In addition to recruiting, you're likely spending hours upon hours training your team and traveling to meet them and, to be opening new markets up. That's not appealing either, and when you're doing things like this, that's also not duplicatable because not everybody wants to be doing that. And the demand for your time becomes out of control, right? And the promise of time freedom and financial freedom still isn't there. And I know I talk to so many people who are crushing it in this industry, but this is their life and they have no time freedom. I mean, I know 7-figure earners that are still in this boat. So, kudos to you for making it there for sure. But if you are any one of these guys, drop us a 3, just so we can kind of see.
So how would it be different if you could attract interested and excited new prospects and team members to you pretty much on autopilot, right? It's going to take a little work, but once it's up and going, it's pretty much on autopilot. Think about what would change if you were attracting team members who were literally putting their hands up saying, I want to run with you. I want to go. I want to build. I love this business. I want to grow a team. I want to make some residual income. How different would that feel than, I know the team members I attracted back in the very beginning of my network marketing build years ago, I literally had to drag them and chase them. And it was terrible because they would go missing in action and then I'd have to recruit 20 more. And I was on that hamster wheel of no time freedom because I was constantly recruiting.
Yeah, exactly. So where to start, guys, and understand who is your ideal prospect. So the first thing is, and I know you guys hear Ruth and I talk about this a lot, but the reason you do is because it is so important. So important. Whether it's a customer or a new recruit, the bottom line is not everyone is your prospect. Now, I know I trained people for years because this is how I was trained that, hey, anybody with skin is your prospect or, stuff like that. But that's not true. Could anyone use your products? Yeah. I mean, depending on, obviously what industry you're in, but for the most part, almost anybody could potentially use any of your products or could build your business. But the bottom line is not everybody wants to. And that's the biggest difference. So you must decide who you want to attract, right? What problem is it that your customer is searching for an answer to? Or what problem is it that your recruit prospect is searching for an answer to? Those are the people who you want to be focusing on. Those are the people where you've got a solution for the problem that they have. Okay, you've got that answer to what they've been struggling with. Because like I said before, although everyone could use it, not everybody wants it. Not everybody is open to it. And, I like to use this example a lot. Like if you've got 500 random people that you pull off the street and you put in one room, and then you've got 500 people who already have an interest in network marketing, and you put them in another room and you go do a presentation for both of those groups, wouldn't you agree that one of those rooms you're going to get more people from, right? Just by sharing your information. And, for those of you who are like, well, which room? Obviously, it's the people who already have an interest in this field because they understand it. They're not the naysayers. They're not the, oh, this is a pyramid scheme. They already believe in this industry, already are looking for something. And so when you can talk to those people who are already looking versus trying to convince, you're going to have a much better prospect to be working with. And they're going to be much more open to getting the training that you have and actually doing something because they've got something they're actually working towards.
I love that, Trish. And I want to talk about it a little bit more in this slide. So if you think about the recruiting side of your business, right? The recruiting new team members who are go-getters, who want to build, who want to duplicate, who want to go to convention, who want to have fun. You have to ask yourself, what is the best kind of person to attract? Like Trish said. And like she said, you might consider wanting to attract another network marketer. And I remember, when I first heard this concept, it was like, why would I want to attract another network marketer? They already have a business, right? So I had this mindset that no one's going to want to join my team because they already have a business that they're in. What I failed to understand was, and I'll give you some stats. I like stats. I'm a CPA. So in the United States alone, there are 20 million network marketers. Actually, there's 21, but I'm going to use 20 because it's round numbers. 50% lose money, right? They lose money. Another 25% break even. So the amount they're spending is offset by the amount they're making. So now we're up to 75%, or 75%? Yeah, 75%. So that's 15 million of the 20. Another 14% make between $0 and $5,000, not a month, a year. Now we're up to 89%, right? Another 8% make somewhere between $5,000 and $25,000 a year. Now we're up to like 97%. And now we're splitting hairs, right? Who's making over $50,000? It's the top 1.01% making over six figures. So when you think about it, there's this massive group of the right kind of people. They want to be in the industry. They want to grow businesses. They want to have success. They want to make some money from home for whatever their own personal goals are. But there's a huge failure rate, and it's primarily because they've run out of people to talk to. And by attracting that network marketer on your team and working with them and helping them become successful, and we're going to be teaching you some cool stuff in a little bit, man, they're the right people to join. And they're the go-getters, and they're the ones who want to run with you. And it's funny, to a lot of my coaching clients, Trish, I make a similar analogy. I say, years ago, I used to own a gym. When I started my gym, I had 0 clients. So I had to start advertising to get some people in the door. I could have advertised to the guy who was 100 pounds overweight, liked to sit on his couch and eat potato chips and drink beer every night. Or I could have advertised to the gym members exactly 1 block away from me who were not getting the success they were looking for, not getting the results they were looking for at the gym they were in. Who do you think I had better results with? It was those gym members who were not having the results they were looking for something else that might get them to where they wanted to be.
Yeah. Guys, if that makes sense, if those two examples make sense to you, drop us a heart below. Drop us some hearts, okay? Because I think I get, a lot of times people too, they'll go, well, I don't understand why I would want to attract. And Ruth, I love how you said it. There are so many people, guys, who are unhappy where they are. And to take what Ruth said a step further, they've run out of people to talk to. But one of the reasons, and the biggest reason that they've ran out of people to talk to, is they never had proper training. Because with proper training, they're going to learn how to properly prospect people, how to actually find those people, how to bring them in and put them in a duplicatable system where they then can go and have success. And not only that, but help their other people who they're bringing in also have that same success. And that was something that probably about 4 years ago that really started becoming apparent to me, was that the lack of training. And sometimes, people will go to a training one time and they're like, oh, I went to training and I'm still not having any success. Well, guys, it takes more than one time to go to training, right? You have to learn these things. You have to implement these things. And every time you do certain things, you're going to pick up more and more and more. And so it's, it's just super important, to be doing that and locking into that. So if that, oh, good. I see lots of hearts coming. Lots of hearts.
Yeah.
Perfect. So one of the things, guys, is we're going to teach you, to add value. And I know you guys hear it a lot, but here are the reasons that you really want to be adding value to what you're doing. One, it's going to develop that know, like, and trust with somebody. Now think of that. Typically, people will do business with someone who they know, like, or trust. Can we agree on that? If you guys agree, drop me an agree. All right. Which is why in the very beginning, you're usually told, who do you know, to go to that warm market that you already have, because those people already know you, like you, trust you. Although the ones who are the warmest and closest to us are sometimes the most difficult. We can all agree on that too. But the thing is that, having that know, like, and trust makes a big difference. The other thing when you're adding value is it positions you as an authority on the topic. All right. What I do like to recommend people or remind people of, though, you don't need to be the expert to be of value to someone or to be the authority on the topic. You just need to be one step or two steps ahead of that other person who's following you. Okay, so we've used the example below, how a third grader teaching a kindergartner, right? That's a big deal. That third grader knows so much more than that kindergartner. Well, it's not that they're a senior, because obviously that's a big difference, right? It's like a beginner to an expert, but you know something and you've got something of value that newbie doesn't have yet. And that's how you've got to remember it. Also, always remember that people join people. Okay. And like we've kind of been talking about before, is that the company is just the vehicle. So people will join people. They don't necessarily go out and join a company. Most people are not sitting down and researching, what network marketing company should I join? Like, that's not what they're doing. A lot of people, they're just getting introduced from someone who they already know, someone who they've built this know, like, and trust with. That's who they decide to join. So when you think about, those 97%ers who aren't having any success in their business, they were likely recruited by someone who's already quit. They were likely recruited into this team that has absolutely no training. They don't even know who their upline is, or 6 of their upline have quit and they've got to go up 100 people to find somebody who actually knows what they're doing. And then most of the time that doesn't even happen. They don't even go find that person. They just quit, right? But they know they want to be in network marketing. So building this know, like, and trust and adding value to people is going to get people to join you, because people will join people. All right. So when you can demonstrate that value, that you can help the people, that you have a system that people, it's going to help someone get success, they're going to say yes to you. Okay. They will say yes to you. And too often network marketers, talk about the features and benefits of the products or the compensation plan, but they miss the mark on becoming a valued partner. And so I can tell you, and this is a whole training of its own, so I won't go too deep, but one of the things I'll teach are the 7 things for someone to look at in a network marketing company. And I can tell you that the compensation and the products are not number 1, right? They're not even number 2 or 3. There are a lot of other things that matter more, but the biggest thing is knowing who you're becoming partners with, knowing the company that you're becoming a partner with, the leadership, but more importantly, the person who you're going to be working with on a daily basis. That's what's most important to most people.
And Trish, a lot of people get started in network marketing kind of by default.
Mm-hmm.
You might have bought some products from a friend and then really loved them and decided to give the business a try without really any knowledge of the industry. That was me when I started. And I didn't know what an upline was and how important it was to have, a supportive team and team training and all of that. So we often get started by default, but often after that first little run in network marketing, we kind of go, okay, my next company, I'm going to do some research as to who I'm going to join. Yeah.
100%. That's a great point.
So how do you do it? Okay. You have multiple places you can add value. So if you want to recruit great network marketers, other network marketers, you talk about network marketing. You talk about network marketing tips. You talk about network marketing strategies. You talk about network marketing, right? That's your shtick. If you want to attract customers, you talk about the benefits of not your products, but you talk about tips that solve that person's problem. Let's use weight loss. So let's say you want to attract someone for your weight loss program. You talk about weight loss. You talk about exercise tips. You talk about recipes. You have to talk about that thing so people come to know you as an expert in that. And don't talk about all the different stuff. Don't talk about weight loss one day and network marketing the other day. You're just going to confuse people. So if you want to recruit network marketers, talk about network marketing. If you want to, get new customers for your skincare, talk about all the steps it is you have to take to have beautiful skin. Does that make sense?
Yeah. Guys, drop us a 4 if that makes sense.
And you talk about that is on your social media, personal profile, not spammy, not pictures of your products, Facebook pages, Facebook groups, Instagram, LinkedIn, podcasts, YouTube. I could go on and on. But you talk about those things. You add value.
I love it. Love it. Oops, hang on, guys. Hold on.
Are we stuck again?
I am stuck again, but I think, oops, hold on. 1 second, guys. I apologize. I think it's because somebody's trying to call me. It's messing, I declined it.
I'm getting like a million messenger messages too. Too much going on.
All right, guys, hold on 1 second. Let's see here. Okay, there we go. All right, so next week, guys, we've got something really exciting for you. Ruth and I have put together a training that really shares with you the breakdown of everything that we have put together that we know duplicates. Everything that you would need to have a system to be able to move forward. Things that we have put together within our team that we are plugging people into immediately that's getting those results. And it's actually going to be a training that goes over several days so that you can really dive deeper and understand each portion of it. Because it is, it's something that we really put into place a while ago, but we've been adding to it and tweaking it and doing different things with, but it works. And we are so excited to share this with you. And like I said, it will be over 4 days next week. You're going to get more information on that coming. You'll be getting some bot notifications if you opt in for it and emails as well. But guys, if this is something you're excited about, if this is something you want to learn, because so many times people keep saying, what is it you're doing? What is it you're doing? Well, we're going to share with you next week exactly what it is that we're doing. All right. So we're going to be doing that. So if you are up for that, drop us a heart to let us know this is something that you're interested in. And Carol has a question here. It says, can you talk about different things in different groups or pages? Example, network marketing on a page and skincare in a different group. You want to take that, Ruth?
Yeah, for sure. So you can attract two different kinds of people, but you want to keep them separate, right? So for instance, on our Facebook page, which is Social Networking Professionals, we talk about network marketing, all the time, right? You're never going to see us talking about our products or trying to sell our products on our page or giving value about our products, because that's not of any interest to the network marketing audience, right? So on our page, we talk about network marketing. Now, there are other places that you can give value about your product. So let's say you're on Pinterest. Well, you could give tons of value about your products on Pinterest, or you could keep your Instagram dedicated to giving value around, you know, the tips that would attract people for your prospects, for your products. So they're two very, very different audiences, right? One of them is attracted to you because you're giving network marketing tips and helping those people, and that's going to attract the network marketers to you, so you have an opportunity to have the recruiting conversation. Or let's say it's over on your Instagram, you're going to attract people with, let's say you have skincare products. So you're putting out all these skincare tips and things like that, and people will reach out to you for help about their skin, and you'll have an opportunity to talk to them about that. But you can't put them together. Like, it would be really weird on Social Networking Professionals if we started talking about the products that we represent and the benefits. So does that make sense?
Yeah. Guys, if that makes sense, drop us a thumbs up just so we know, or some little emoji or something cute. Well, one of the other things, guys, I want to share with you, we've got a couple other new things coming. You guys have probably seen that on Tuesdays, we're starting to have our spotlight, where we have those spotlight success stories. We're really wanting to, you know, as people are using our strategies, as people are doing different things, we're wanting to spotlight those people. So that's something you're going to start seeing every Tuesday. In addition, especially with so many people being home right now, right? Because literally everybody's home. Ruth and I really sat down and we're like, all right, how can we provide more value to you guys? And we've come up to where we're going to start doing wake-up calls in the mornings, Monday through Friday. So it's just going to be a little 15-minute, like, get excited, get motivated, get your day started right type of thing. And those we're going to be doing is at 10 a.m. Eastern time, Ruth?
10 a.m. Eastern on our Facebook page.
Yes, on our page.
Yeah, so make sure you go over and give our page a like, and select get notified so that you're notified of our morning wake-up calls.
Yeah, so I know it's a little early for you West Coasters at 7 a.m., but you know what? A lot of you still are up, and maybe you're just going to be drinking coffee, or you're still in your pajamas, or you're even getting ready. Who knows what it is, but you know, you'll be able to catch that live if you're up. If not, obviously you can watch the replay. But yes, that is on our page, not here in the group. But I'm really excited about that, because I know for me, especially when I really got serious about building a business, getting your morning started the right way is so key to your success. It really is. I used to, in the very beginning, listen to cassette tapes that had some of these things. So that was years ago. But, you know, more currently, you know, I still listen to certain things in the morning to really get your mind in the right place. It's super important. So yeah, that's going to be starting next week, Donna, on Monday. And the Facebook page, Donald, is Social Networking Professionals. Does have the same name, but is a page. So you can search us under pages in that Facebook search, and you'll be able to find that. So we're really excited. We're going to have different people on every day doing a wake-up call for you. So, you know, you'll be able to see a bunch of different people, hear lots of different stories. And so it won't just be Ruth and I. We're going to have multiple people rotating through a schedule doing it. But I think you guys are going to love it. And again, for those of you who are really looking to grow your business, this is going to be a perfect way to start your day every day.
Absolutely. And if you noticed yesterday, inside this group. You're going to see more of him. It's Dale Taminga. He is a certified naturopath, and he's going to be showing up weekly to give us tips on how to stay healthy and have lots of energy so we can perform at our highest level as entrepreneurs. Because as entrepreneurs, it's a holistic thing, right? We can learn all the marketing skills in the world, but if we aren't healthy from the inside out, pretty tough to do our jobs.
Yeah. So guys, this is a perfect opportunity too, if you know other network marketers who could benefit from any of the things that we're sharing with you that we're going to be doing, please invite them to the group, right? The cool thing is when they get invited to the group, it tells us they have to fill out who invited them. So we always know that it's you, that who had invited them. But we really want to help as many people as possible, especially right now as so many people are turning to network marketing because they have lost their other job or they're furloughed, so they've got their job, but they're not getting paid currently. We want to help as many people as possible be able to make money so that they're not struggling so hard during this crazy time that we're all in right now.
Yeah. Anyway, guys, thank you for joining us today. We appreciate you guys so much. We love having you join us, and stay well this week. We will see you again on Monday.
On Monday.
On Monday for our team system that we're going to be sharing with you.
That's right. All right, guys. Have a great day. Bye for now.